Welcome everybody. This is ONJUSaturday. We've been rocking these for over 100 episodes. Shout out to us. Shout out to Boss 2.0 in the co-host spot. Ardina Combs, just cooking up some amazing stuff with the fam. So let's do it. Boss, I don't know if you've seen the feed for me recently. I've been, not gonna lie, addicted to rodeo. I've been trying to talk about it for like the past 2 weeks. Rodeo is kind of going in. I think, boss, the foundation team kind of hit a home run on this one. Not gonna lie, like it's addicting in all the best ways, I guess. As far as like a social media attention grabbing app type thing, but it's an on-chain Instagram essentially with a bunch of artists, but it's of course it's gated, which was kind of my biggest beef with Foundation in the beginning. So Rodeo is from the team from the new project from the team of Foundation. They're kind of one of the early galleries, NFT galleries in the space, but it was gated, right? So it was like an invite only kind of. They're trying to play on this exclusive thing. Even the website was designed, this all white, blank gallery type of thing. But yeah, so it's the same type of vibe, but boss, it's a little different being in the early. Being in the early invite, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different, and I'm having a blast. It's a lot of fun. The art on there is really cool because a lot of artists, it's global, right? There's artists from Japan, all over Europe over there. So I'm getting to see a bunch of different art that's like intentional, right? And we come back to that word all the time, but there's a lot of like generative artists over there. There's some AI artists over there that are developing and honing their own style, that type of thing. We've had that conversation around AI for a long time, but there's also just regular traditional artists. There's photographers on there. It's like there's not a whole lot of like the degen meme coin stuff or memes in general over there, and it's like I'm having a blast. Like the tech mechanism behind it, right? Right now, I guess, you post on there, you can't comment on a post until you mint one, right? So to mint one, it's like 0.0001, I believe. So right now it's like 25 cents with where ETH is at. So it's like, it's kind of like the free mint meta, but it's kind of not at all. So especially if you go ham over there, you can run up a nice little bill, but you can also collect a nice little bag of pretty cool art. So we cooked up the Okalotos. The Okalotos were in a color palette that was like only the Ohnahji U colors. So that gold, our signature gold, pink, and maroon, and also black and white. But we put those on base, and I was like, okay, I want to do more. And I was brainstorming. I was like, okay, I want to do something that has like more colors with it. So I've been, ever since Okalotos, I've kind of just been dabbling back and forth with different, buckets of color and stuff. So then I came back to it a couple months ago, and I was like, let me, just play with it, right? So I was playing with it. I was like, let me see, because I know IC3 had mentioned, you can take those scripts to Blender. We've been playing with that, some of the generative stuff over there. I was like, let me see if I can just spit out a prompt, whatever, tell it to code up a script for Blender. And that the language I found out that it uses for that is Python. So it's a Python script for Blender. I kind of just massaged that, and I had this idea. It was at the same time, boss, when I was like back around to the whole feng shui. I was dabbling in some feng shui stuff, looking up that, and I kind of found like the 5 elements and stuff. So I was like, that was super interesting. I was like, okay, I kind of like develop a little color palette for this. So I kind of did that. I was on coolers.co, if you're much familiar with that color website, just picking and choosing some for like 20 to 30 colors in a bucket. So I made those five different color buckets, and then just created me, because I'm also super into the isometric stuff. So I just created like an isometric scene. The Python script kind of places the camera in the scene, places a random amount of cubes and random sizes in the different colors. So I was like, okay, cool, I got it to where it needed to be. I kind of would want, like at this point, I would want to massage it a little bit more, but I'm like glad that I just started putting it out. So the way that I've been rolling those out on Rodeo, which you can just, okay, so what happens on Rodeo is you mint a post or whatever, you put a post up, and that costs like a minimal amount, right? But in order to mint that for yourself, you actually have to go and mint it. So basically what I've been doing is just posting those on Rodeo, minting those because I don't want to miss out on any of those, just because I'm a hoarder, I guess. So, but what happens is Rodeo has a 24-hour timer. So every post on there, no matter what, the mint window is only 24 hours for everything. So basically, I've been just, kind of slowly rolling those out over time. I've been collecting a few of them, at least 2 or 3 for each post, so that, I can do something with them later, send it to somebody, or, put it on secondary or whatever, however this, evolves. So that's kind of been my process. I think, with the generative stuff, it's always for me, it's like, okay, where can I put this out that's going to get a little bit of attention or whatever? And I guess, Rodeo was on my radar. I was like, dang, I can't just be one of the people that's just like, oh, I can, but I didn't really want to be one of the people that's just collecting a bunch of stuff on there, which is cool. But I wanted to, also have some contributions on that side too. So yeah, I mean, I'll have some screens on our feed. I guess you can go to I think anybody can actually go and view the feeds. I think, I don't know, maybe not, maybe you have to be invited, but it's Rodeo.Club / the @ Ohnahji, and I think that will pull up like our account over there.